The Palestrina knot stitch creates a line with knots in between, quite good for outlines or even stems with thorns, things like that. It's quite useful to draw some lines on your fabric to just guide you to start with. And if you're right-handed, you're stitching from left to right. I'm using my crewel needle now again. So come up at the beginning of your line, and then we're going to take a stitch above the line and come up just below it, so that you've got a diagonal line like that. And then just take your needle through that stitch, not piercing the thread, and you should be able to see that you've got two prongs, one at the bottom and one at the top. So now what you want to do is to take your thread through just the top prong there, and underneath this thread here. So that will create your knot. So again, go to the top of the line, just above it, and then just below it to create your diagonal line. Go under your diagonal line, and then you've got your two prongs, and then go under the top one like that. So you can start to see the knots forming. So let's do that again. Move that out of the way so you can see. So the top to the bottom, get your thread on top, and that creates your diagonal line, and then go under that stitch, and you've got a prong there and a prong there, and you're effectively going under that stitch again. It's just effectively the top prong and making sure that you go on top of your thread to create the knot. So I'm going to do that again. I will attempt to show left-handers in a minute. So through. You can go around corners with this as well if you wish, but we'll stick with straight lines for the moment. So you can see your line of knots starting to be established. One more. And that's the line finished. So let me have a go at showing left-handers now. Left-handers will stitch from right to left. So come up at the beginning of the line and then take a stitch at the top of the line and then bring it up at the bottom so that you've got a diagonal stitch there. And then you want to go through that stitch and then you want to go through the stitch again. So, sorry, I'm going to have to use my right hand, I can't reach it. Like that. Let me try and do that again. So, take your needle to the top of the line and you can bring it up below like that so that you've got a diagonal line. Come up under that stitch and then under it again. I can't do this with my left hand very well, I'm afraid. That prong there you want to go under. Okay, so that's a bit of an attempt about how to do that left-handed. So that concludes my knots. There are other stitches which include knots, and who knows, we might come back to one or two later on. But in this next part of the wheel, I'm going to show you lots of different ways to embroider leaves. And I'm going to draw some leaves onto those sections just to help you.